I do care, but who cares about the guys that aren't there? They're not on the field. They can't help us in this game. You know, people want to do that. People want to bring me into that conversation. People want to say, oh, we're so much better than we used to be. No, we're not. We're not. I challenge you right now. Just go ahead. Find me a player more talented than Tab Ramos. It's not possible. And Sullivan, same thing. Max is Beasler. He's Romney. He's the same player that we've seen. Corey Gibbs, Greg Vanney. Let's just pick out another couple left-footed players that were pretty good. They're not international level, that you know fucking nothing about. Just, you got to really look in the mirror, folks. Stop doing this. Stop beating ourselves up. Just let this team play. Let this team coach. Just look it up, dummies. There's so many players that never played in a qualifier, but played in a World Cup. Will they be the ones that take the field and participate in this World Cup? Not the ones that you like right now. I'm speaking from experience. I'm one of the few people that played in 3 World Cups. 1998 was a debacle. It was probably one of the worst. Calm down, fans. Calm down, supporters. We're going to play against Switzerland. They're not going to be neutral. They're probably going to beat us. Be positive, no matter what. Interesting week, though. A lot of back and forth, a lot of craziness. The United States has lost their game this week to Turkey. I don't even know how to say it. Sorry, I still think it sounds like a Canadian trying to say Turkey. Either way, we lose the game. Now, game like this. And then the over-evaluation of why did we lose? And now we get this story, which is revealed. And he's had some words that have also invoked responses. Took offense to and said, look, grow a pair and call people out by name. Executives thought this was hilarious when you got cut. And now they're paying you. And now they're winding you up. And in that process, which I can appreciate, getting wound up by a bunch of network executives that, oh, what's the narrative? What are we going to say? How do you feel about this? This is kind of twofold. It was unfair to even ask Landon how he felt about it. He infamously has said, and it's kind of pissing me off, that these guys don't want to wear the shirt. Neither did you, dude. You went to Cambodia. I mean, stop. Just know when to say no comment. I mean, I could learn that one. But on most occasions, I think I'm allowed to comment on this stuff. In this particular scenario, Landon, you should not comment at all. You're just the wrong guy to talk about loyalties and or patriotism and or commitment. It just doesn't work that way. You don't get to be this far removed from your decision that you made, which is very similar to a decision that some of our players have made to abstain, to not participate, to take a break. Your break was a lot longer than just the summer, man. And for you to sit back and say, well, I'm thinking about the guys that decided not to come, and then to make reference or comparisons to Ronaldo. Ronaldo's at the end, dude. He doesn't know if there is a tomorrow. He's going to take advantage of every single opportunity that he has to put on the shirt because tomorrow might not be an option. That's not the case with some of our players. All right, I've gone on the record to say this was a good decision by some of our players to sit this one out. The Gold Cup, for what it's worth, and or these 2 friendlies, Switzerland is obviously today. And we'll see what the lineup is, and we'll pick it apart, and we'll lose the game, and then we'll try and figure out which players are going to be able to help us at the end of the day and which ones won't. Now, right now, under these circumstances, the bottom line is it is what it is. Each individual is allowed to make these kind of decisions, and there may be repercussions for Christian Pulisic down the road, right? It might be the case that he's pissed off the guy in charge, the way you did. And then the guy in charge says, you know what? I don't think you're a good team guy. I've changed my mind about you, and I can go to this World Cup without you. That's the way this all went down for Landon. Now, does that mean that's going to happen for Christian? Absolutely not. It doesn't mean that it couldn't happen, but it certainly doesn't feel the same way. All right? I do think in these scenarios, and you got to try to take the right approach. If you're going to support the team, just support the team. Support the guys that are there. I do care, but who cares about the guys that aren't there? They're not on the field. They can't help us in this game. It's absolutely of no relevance and no help to start discussing, oh, if so-and-so would have been here, we would have this. Or why wasn't that guy here? He doesn't care about our country. That guy's, a piece of shit because he doesn't want to put the jersey on and go play in the rain in Connecticut after he's just had a pretty extensively long season that had multiple competitions, and he managed to stay healthy throughout. Celebrate that. Celebrate that. Just understand that that's the way this needs to be right now. And we certainly don't need our former national team players chiming in and saying that these guys aren't what they used to be. Man, I have to deal with that shit all the time. People want to do that. People want to bring me into that conversation. People want to say, oh, we're so much better than we used to be. No, we're not. We're not. I challenge you right now. Just go ahead. Find me a player more talented than Tab Ramos. I'll wait. We're going to be here for a while. It's not possible. What you'll realize in our country is we continually churn out the same robot with a different name and a different face, with all the same skill set and a mediocre ceiling. That's it. I mean, that's it. That's all we're looking at. I mean, this kid Max who played left back the other day, good player. Arston, right? I mean, plays in Major League Soccer. There's a lot to look at that and say, wow, that was pretty good. Quinn Sullivan, same thing. Max is Beasler. He's Romney. He's the same player that we've seen. There's no difference between the two. Corey Gibbs, Greg Vanney. Let's just pick out another couple left-footed players that were pretty good. They're not international level. And if you try and tell me that this kid, Jack McGlynn, is not a recreation of Davis, go ahead. Try to convince me that's not the case, because it's the same damn player. And it's the same left foot, and it's the same damn problem. Not fast enough and won't be good enough for the international level. Sorry. If you're trying to remember who Davis is, just same damn team. Houston, Brad Davis. Now, look, when you look at this scenario right now, and all of you that are hitting the panic button, don't hit the panic button. Trust that our coach is going to be able to make the right decisions when the time comes. And then when our opponent, whoever that may be, in the first game of the World Cup, we'll find out. But all of you people who have never played the game at a high level or have never put the national team jersey on, to start throwing rocks at Christian because you think that it's a scenario that he should be doing something that you know fucking nothing about. Just, you got to really look in the mirror, folks. Stop doing this. Stop beating ourselves up. Just let this team play. Let this team coach, and we'll figure it out as we go. We're still a year away. It's a year away. A lot can happen in a year. In a normal qualification process, look it up, dummies. There's so many players that never played in a qualifier, but played in a World Cup. Never thought of that? I mean, it can happen. And it should be based on form and our best players in the moment who are going to be able to help us in a World Cup will be the ones that take the field and participate in this World Cup. Not the ones that you like right now. Liking somebody right now is so fucking irrelevant. It is completely a waste of time. It is a wasted exercise. Don't do that to yourself. Okay? I'm speaking from experience. I'm one of the few people that played in 3 World Cups. I know how it can be pretty good, okay, and downright miserable, fucking horrible. 1998 was a debacle. It was probably one of the worst things that it's ever happened in my life, and I have to still put up my hand and say I was a part of it. I only played 70 minutes because I was injured. Not everybody knew that I was trying to play in a World Cup with a torn ACL. That was a smart idea. Look, calm down, fans. Calm down, supporters. We're going to play against Switzerland. They're not going to be neutral. They're probably going to beat us. And then at the end of the game, we're all going to evaluate stuff. Just be positive, no matter what. Be positive. Because this isn't the final product. This isn't the final group that will take the field a year from now. It's a bunch of guys trying out. And as far as I know, and I don't know all of you, I certainly don't even know most of you, you're not scouts. I'm a scout. Let me scout, watch the show, and I'll tell you who's good enough. Maybe that'll help. We'll see you next time.